Okay, people, we're in Lima, Peru, and let's talk about how the city is for digital nomads. So I've been here for about, I think 2 weeks now, and it's the first time that I'm actually in the center of Lima. Now, of course, the public transport isn't working because there's some protests in the city. So I actually cannot do a lot of sightseeing. But I'm in this really nice park here. So basically this is a park in Lima, which is actually quite nice. It has a really nice vibe going on, as I would say. And yeah, it's in the middle of Lima. So you can get here quite easily. Actually, I'm close to the Italian museum. I think back there it is. So there's definitely some nice spots here in the city that I just see on my last day for some reason. But yeah, it definitely has some kind of areas that are worthy looking at if you want to experience the city. So yeah, still gonna say that Lima is not my favorite city. I'm just not gonna change my mind about that. But nevertheless, if you're in Peru, it's definitely worth visiting because, you know, you have all those things that you can do from here. And yeah, I'm at the Avenida now, and here actually have some really nice architecture. So let me show it to you. The Museum of Italian Art, by the way, which is really nice too. So it has a really nice architecture going on. The Renaissance style art, of course. So yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised. So I didn't really expect that much from Lima, but it looks really, really cool. So in terms of safety, Lima is not one of the safer cities in Peru. Actually, when you come here, a lot of people will tell you that it's actually not that safe. So I'm not sure if it's a really good city if you value, you know, safety wherever you are. But I think if you go to one of the like nicer neighborhoods like Miraflores, it's also not going to be like really dangerous for you. Like you don't have to oversell the danger. There's probably really safe neighborhoods in Lima, but I actually was in some of the worst, which is kind of crazy. And yeah, so it really depends on the neighborhood that you're in. In total, I would say I give like Lima a neutral rating. Like it's not one of my favorites, but it's also not one of the worst cities that you can go to in South America. So that being said, you can still make up your own mind because people have different kind of things that they like. So this is the big building that I was talking about. Has some really nice, interesting architecture going on there, to be fair. Welcome to Lima, Peru. To be fair, I believe that, South America is on the kind of same level as Europe by now, no? You really can't see a big difference in terms of safety and all. So, yeah. You can see in the backgrounds, you have nice architecture. But yeah, of course, you have to be very careful here. One bonus point that I will give Lima, though, is that the culture and the people are actually really cool. So, for example, the food in Peru is much better than in a lot of other South American countries. And also, it has a lot of like culture going on. You have the Inca culture, the old cultures. You have a lot of things that you can look at. People are very nice. They're a little bit more quiet than in other countries in South America. Like if you compare Peru to Colombia, for example, that's just a whole different planet. And those things really speak for Lima. To actually consider, you know, visiting it or coming here to even live, because I had people, they actually stayed in Lima for a couple of months, which I cannot really understand, but you know, if that's what you're into, then go for it. But to be fair, I'm looking at the best things that the city has to offer right now, so I have a lot of bias, and maybe I'm not the best opinion to listen to, even though that's kind of a funny thing to say in your own video that you make about the city. It's the truth, so I will just be honest with you guys. In terms of living expenses, I don't think there's a big difference to other major cities in South America, like Medellin or Colombia, Colombia, or Buenos Aires in Argentina. You can easily live off $1,000. You can also go lower or higher than that, depending on, you know, your kind of lifestyle. But always depends on your personal preferences. I think I probably spent, like in Peru in general for 1 month, about $800 to $900. But I lived in shared apartments, so I had a private room and a shared apartment. If you want your own apartment, then you're gonna probably spend around $1,000 for a month. So $1,000 to $1,200 is gonna more in your budget. And of course, you know, you can push the limits. You can also go much higher than that if you go like a penthouse apartment or something like that. That really depends on you. So yeah, but again, if you want to, you can survive off $800 to $900 here if you go low budget. Right, guys, I made it to a cafe here, and it's actually really nice. So it has a nice architecture and like a little garden in the back of a little garden basically here. So my conclusion is there's some nice parts in Lima. It's still not gonna be my favorite city, I'll be honest. Living expenses are more or less same as in other metropolitan cities in South America, like Buenos Aires or in Colombia. Safety, so depends on where you are. And in general, I would give the city a 6 out of 10. In terms of lifestyle or visiting, I would give it a 10 out of 10, because you can go to Caracas and Huachina very, very quickly. So those are really nice. So if you're just here for travel, then the city is awesome. I definitely recommend it, but for living, not so much. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching.